car keys earlier?
Why?
Not yet. You can bring it down
Two.
to the office here.
What
Yeah.
is up, man? It's your boy YS, man. Just really here to just be consistent with the live output, man. It's been months besides the live I did yesterday since I really, did like a live, you know what I'm saying? So here we are. We're doing a live, it's a lot of things going on right now out there, man, as far as ICE deportation of immigrants and you know, I know as people we wanna kind of like assist each other, but if you're not somebody that's really being affected by that right now, you kind of need to put your best foot forward to put yourself in a position. And the reason I say put yourself in a position is because, bro, listen, a lot of these people who are kind of sacrificing themselves, trying to make a statement or get some attention, bro, they're getting injured, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're getting injured. People who are bystanders, you know, they're suffering injuries, bro. Some people are getting killed. So why would you kind of like sacrifice yourself if you have a family or kids or anybody that really cares about you to kind of like go out in the cold and deal with police brutality, bro? It's like what people need to start understanding is like, yo, bro, at the end of the day, protesting is a good thing. It gets attention, bro. It gets people paying attention. They start looking at you, but once you start encountering the government, it's almost like you just signing up to get hurt. You know what I'm saying? Cause there's no like less violent force that these guys can use against you. Like let's go to a traffic stop, bro. The cop tell you, look, I want you to get out the car. And you like, sir, why do I have to get out the car? Excessive violent force immediately. So you gotta think as a person that's going to protest and put yourself on the line. It's like, yo, bro, are you ready to die behind this? And I don't want to make it sound bad for people who protest. I just want them to be aware. It's like, yo, bro, there's death behind this. There's injury. There's a lot that can take place from this. And as people, man, we gotta figure out, different ways to make a stand, man. You don't always have to sacrifice yourself to make a stand. A lot of people that
Sir,
care
new
about the
shuttles there?
immigrants and care about, people who are here illegally but not causing problems. You
These
really
are
need to
my
sit
things.
down and
Okay,
think of
okay.
like a smarter way to be more effective. And I say that because I'm seeing a lot of people getting injured, getting killed, getting shot, and all this is taking place, during a protest with ICE or whatever. It's like, yo,
That's
I love
47
what you
range.
guys are trying to do. You're trying to help out other immigrants, you care about them, but you sacrificing yourself and getting injured or killed doesn't really make the change you want to happen. It's like you just got eliminated in the process of fighting for something, So it's a lot of people that want to, support immigrants, bro, and people in general. It's like you guys got to go home, literally, you know, get together with a group of people who have the same beliefs and come up with something more effective. And I say come up with something more effective because, bro, people got to look at pattern recognition, man. After the first shooting, there was another shooting. So my question is, how many more shootings will occur, if while you guys continue to protest? It's undetermined, like meaning that okay, if this happens one time, there's a probability it could happen again and again. So why would you put yourself in that situation to end up like the first victim, or become the next victim? It don't make sense. And I'm just saying, protesting is obsolete in the current time that we're in. It's gonna get you the attention that you want, but bro, there's the internet, man. If
49
you could get all that attention on the internet, what people need to do, like I said, is find more effective ways to make an impact on, what they believe in. You know what I'm saying? And it's gonna take some thinking, bro. Like some cognitive thinking for all the people that like care about the immigrants. Because I'm an immigrant myself. You know, I'm from West Africa, so you know I could understand dealing with immigration and all this, but never would I sacrifice myself knowing that multiple people that have been killed by ICE already. I ain't going out there like I'm Tony Stark. You know what I mean? So you gotta be smart, man. You gotta be strategic. You just can't be super gung ho, you know, and believe in old methods of living or making an impact in life. And I don't want there to be more incidents that take place for people to start realizing that. But yo, they gotta start realizing that right now. You know what I'm saying? Right now is not the time to play around with the government officials. They have nothing to lose. You know what I mean? They don't have nothing to lose. These guys, some of these guys that work for ICE, this is what they want to do. This is what they love doing. They love using excessive force to come grab you out of work, slam you on the ground, ask for documentation. They love that stuff, bro. Because they can't do this regularly. You know what I'm saying? Regular police interaction. You might meet a cop who's just, you know, like I said, a control freak. He's like, get out the car now. You ask him why, he goes ballistic. But normally the police can't just rough you up. You got to give them a reason. But everyone that's experiencing ICE, there's no limit to their violence. And I care about you guys, man. And the more and more the protests and stuff goes on, there's more injuries. There's more people getting hurt. There's more people losing their lives. So I just look at it like to gauge the level of violence is gonna increase. It's gonna increase. And look, if you somebody that's going out there, you ready to crash out, you ready to go He-Man, you gotta be ready for the consequences of your actions. Meaning that look, something can happen to you. You know, and I don't want people to keep doing the same thing and it's not making an impact. Like, look, bro, let's go back to the drawing board. I look at protesting like going to war, bro. You know what I mean? I'm gonna give y'all a metaphor. Protesting is like going to war. But how do you win the war? So let's say YsEats, and then the 5 people that's on the live right now, I come to your neighborhood or wherever you live, and I stand in the streets, and I say these guys don't want YsEats, you know, something crazy, bro. It's gonna get the attention of your neighbors. It's gonna get the attention of you, but is it gonna create the impact that I want? No, because if I do that multiple times and there's no effect, then I have to go home and be like, all right, hold on. I ain't gonna lie. I don't went to these 5 people neighborhoods and protested already twice, 3 times. It didn't really win the war for me. You know what I'm saying? Because the whole purpose of these guys protesting is for ICE to leave people alone and go back to wherever they're from. But all it's doing is inviting more ICE members. You know what I'm saying? And people got to start realizing, like, hold on, it's not making sense. This is really supposed to deter these guys. More of them are coming. So obviously this is not the plan that's most effective. Then we got to go back to the drawing board. Like, all right, hold on. We done protested downtown. We done protested in the heart of the city. What can we really do that's going to make ICE just, you know, get out of here? What's more effective? Once you guys start doing that, you'll start coming up with better plans instead of just going out in the cold, standing there, holding up signs and yelling. Like think about it. It doesn't. People are gonna pay attention and say, "Oh, there's a protest. These guys are taking a stand." But how far is the impact? Now, I'm not saying there's never not gonna be an impact. There's always gonna be an impact. You're gonna get noticed. People are gonna pay attention to you. You know, notoriety, which is not the best thing. But as people, bro, look, we gotta start thinking things out, man. And I genuinely care about a lot of y'all, man. And I'm an immigrant myself, so I'm not dissing anyone who's protesting for the immigrants. I'm just telling you, bro, you're not being that effective. You know what I'm saying? And people need to come together as a collective, together, togetherness and sit down and come up with real plans to change what they say they want to change. Otherwise, man, y'all been doing the same thing from 1979. If it was effective, you wouldn't have to do it for that long, bro. Cause you gotta think, why do we do things as people? For instance, let's say I'm a drinker, right? And I'm drinking and driving. Boom, I get pulled over. I get a DUI, DWI, whatever. Take my license, suspended for 30 days. Boom. Now drinking, it was my choice, just like protesting, stuff like that. But the consequence of me drinking, I forgot where I was really going with this. I ain't gonna hold you. The consequence of me drinking is me receiving a ticket, me having a suspended license, and that is a form of a deterrent. It's supposed to remind me to not do this again. Why? Because I don't want to go through the experience of not having a car, not having my license, not being able to move around. And that's what I mean, going back to the drawing board. You gotta examine what's gonna work. If I'm drinking all the time and I get pulled over, it's I already know what's gonna happen. What I, when I say that, it's like same as going to protest. We go protest over here at this outlet mall, strip mall, and the police pull up. You know they're gonna try to remove it. You know they're gonna be aggressive. You know they're gonna use force. So there's no second guessing. You know what I'm saying? And man, all you guys' lives are important, man. All of you guys' lives are important. You guys are all important people that have family members, you know, kids. Don't just be so quick to sacrifice yourself, bro. That's like a sacrifice, man. George Floyd was a sacrifice. Sandra Bland, a lot of people that have been sacrificed to where people protested, they looted, and it didn't stop the killings. So I personally look, you need to be overly busy right now. You need to be overly booked right now if you're not dealing with any issues with ICE, man. Whether you are an American or an immigrant, right now is the time to stay busy. That way, and the craziest thing too, a lot of the people that's going to protest are immigrants. So it's almost like you're playing into ICE's hand. They're looking for you, but then you're pulling up the protest. It's kind of like they don't have to do much work in finding you. And bro, listen, I'm an immigrant, bro. I'm from the West Africa. I understand that, and opportunities in other country. I'm gonna say one thing that's gonna blow your mind, man. Freedom is there in other country, but there's not opportunity. It's not much freedom here, but there's opportunity here. So it's almost like it's kind of weird, when you go to other countries. Because I'm from another country, it's like, bro, you got all the time in the world to do what you want. You just don't have the money or the resources. When you're in America, you have the ability to get all the money and the resources, but you do not have the time to do what you want. Only time you got the time to do what you want is if you homeless. Otherwise, you got to be working, running a business, taking care of the family. Bro, in other country, you could have, man, I watch a lot of creators that live in Japan, bro. They pay like 400 for rent. They could literally spend their money on other things. So there's always freedom in third world other countries, but in the US, bro, it's like we don't have that freedom, but we have the resources. So, a lot of the people want to come here, bro. A lot of our immigrants want to come from their country and come here because it's better opportunities. But when they come here, it's like, okay, they realize, like, man, the US is harder than where I was at. Because I'm telling you, you live in Cuba right now, Ghana, Lagos. If you don't have like a legitimate business, bro, you have a lot of free time to do whatever you want. Literally. You could sleep for 12 hours. You could have 20 girls over. But the point of what I'm trying to make is, like, in the US, it's not set up like that. Unless you're a millionaire or billionaire. So a lot of these people that ICE are trying to get rid of, they just want to come here for better opportunities. Some of them, they're not. on the better opportunity vibes, they probably just more twisted. You know, they want to get
So far.
substance all day, get drunk all day, you know, and
Not real fun.
you never know, man.
Ocean drunk.
But I need you guys to start prioritizing yourself, man. Stop trying to sacrifice yourself. Because in dealing with ICE, there's only one result. That's violence.
36 story
And
on
and, and,
service.
and we done seen it countless and countless and countless and countless of times. So I need a lot of the ladies start waking up. A lot of the ladies, you guys got to start waking up, man. A lot of the immigrants, kids, start waking up and start realizing, like, okay, look, if we want to make a statement, we need better, more effective methods. You know, we all, if everybody want to make a statement with ICE, bro, Ernesto, what's up, man? We need better methods, man. The protesting is obsolete. Not to say it's not gonna give you the attention, but it's obsolete. We've been doing it since the 1970s, bro. And a lot of you guys are not paying attention to pattern recognition. It's like ICE is just gonna get more violent. They're not gonna soften up their blow. They're not gonna come up to you and say, "Hey, man, how are you? Are you an immigrant? All right, sir. Can I please ask you some questions?" They're gonna say, "Hey, who are you? Paperwork." You know, and depending on who you are, it could go left or right. So that's how the transactions are gonna go. They're gonna detain you. You're gonna be uncomfortable. You might be scared. So why would you even want to go to an environment to encounter those type of people? You know, everybody that's really trying to make an impact and help the immigrants. Listen, bro. You guys, he said, finish the lyrics. You guys gotta think of a better, effective way, man. I might end the live with a freestyle, Ernesto. All right, so you guys got to think of a better, more effective way to help out, the cause, man, without losing your life or getting hurt. Ernesto Reyes, he came on the live. I was talking about ICE. I said, man, I don't mind those protesting, trying to make a statement, but why they trying to sacrifice their life? You know, ICE is going to get violent as more as the tension increase. ICE ain't going to be nice. It's something to slip on. People losing their life, some getting injured. I tell them, get a grip, Holmes. Your life is worth more than living. You know what I'm saying? I'm an immigrant myself, so I ain't gonna lie, to GOV be tripping. But they on some different moves. More like the old kings back in the day and how they rule dictatorship. Tell you what to do. You can't live normally. Who they knew me was back then, I'm different now. It ain't formal, B. But that's just a little freestyle, man. Y'all want me freestyle on here? Let me know, man. What we talking political? Man, I think I got a umph. Most people back then, they were so in favor of Donald Trump. He said, last time I fell off my chair and broke my arm. Yo, my boy Ernesto Reyes said he fell off the chair and broke his arm. It's going to take him a while to rehab. Don't worry, B. When you break arms and limbs and bones, it's nothing. It's natural for them joints to grow back. Just make sure you keep your arm in a sling until you get back to 100%, and you can start, doing your thing. Balling with the girls, seeing your op in the ring. See if you even have ops. If not, don't even make that a thing. Everybody want to be a champion. That remind me of when LeBron was desperately trying to get a ring. You know what it means to be a champ out here? You got to put the pressure of the whole world on your shoulders. And when it comes to facing them oppositions that's just as good as you can't fall when you find out your opposition is colder. That just means you go to another notch. Hey, Hawes, I was around a lot of dudes who were trying to be the man, but couldn't be the man when it came for their spot. It just looked more glamorous. He said, yeah, but it was when I was little. Okay. You must be grown now, man. Shout out to Ernesto Reyes, M9F, man, for being on the live, man. I appreciate you. Feel me? Quick little freestyle for you, man. Whatever you want me to keep going more bars, I got you, man. Let me know. Let me know, man. I was just He said, I'm 8. Dang, little bro, you you a youngin' right now. You really 8 years old, fool? Dang, that's crazy. You know, I was watching Speed stream in Africa the other day, and he had went to one city. It might have been Benin, and he met this 4-year-old. He met this 9-year-old, bro, who said he used to watch ISO Speed when he was like 4 years old. So yeah, Ernesto Reyes, the fact that you 9, you 7, you 8 years old watching me right now on the live is phenomenal, man. I appreciate you, bro. Who knows, man? I might see you one day, just similar to how Speed met his 9-year-old fan who used to watch him at 4. Yeah, happy early birthday, man. Hopefully your birthday is lit, bro. Ernesto, my cousin name is Ernest. We call him Ernesto, bro. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Y'all got the same name fully. We got the same name. Same name. And she's the apple of my eye and my potential. Yeah, I play video games, bro. I love Call of Duty, NBA 2K, FIFA. I kind of like snowboarding games. I like hockey games. I like Ninja Warrior, Shinobi, you know, Conquer the World, Free World, Rome type games. I used to be a big gamer, bro. My first system ever was the PlayStation 2. Even though my first game I ever played was Donkey Kong on Nintendo. I like Fortnite, but it's not as fast paced as I would like it to be, man. I like Battle Royale, but it takes too long for the match, bro. You know what I'm saying? I like Call of Duty. I play Call of Duty Mobile, man. Multiplayer. That's really what I play a lot of, man. Call of Duty Mobile. Multiplayer vibes, you know. Yeah, man. What else y'all trying to ask your boy, man? I'm gonna try to make this a long live tonight, man. Don't bring your girl around if you ain't trying to have. You got a PS4, it's lit, man. I'm trying to get me a PS5. It's still a little expensive for the PS5 though, so I gotta wait a little bit. What games you play on the PS5? My boy said you got a PS4 and PS5. Hey, Ernesto, you got all the games over there. I might have to come to your spot. But I can't even come to your spot, bro. You 9 years old. You gotta have somebody my age over there, you know what I mean? 'Cause they gonna be like, YsEats, why you chilling with a 9-year-old? Especially if you not, my family member, bro. He said, no, only PS5. Okay. The PS5 is a good system. I really want to get a PS5. I really want to, I don't know, I heard you can stream from the PS5, so I want to stream the game from the PS5 also. Do you do YouTube also, Ernesto, or what? You need to get you a YouTube page with Fortnite clips. You know what I'm saying? Get you one of them YouTube pages and just do Fortnite clips, man. All your best clips is what you upload, all right? I'm actually at work right now. Hey, did you guys need some help? I can help you over here in this first lane. You would just have to reverse and come over. Hey, miss, if you need some help, I can take care of you here. I work at a spot, man, where sometimes we got this self-checkout. People can't really figure out the self-checkout, so, they come over here. So I just wanted to make sure they weren't having no issues over there, but I ain't gonna lie, from the sound of it, they might be having some issues over there, man. All right, hold on, Ernesto, man. I gotta help Well, we're back here, man. You know, when you at work, sometimes you gotta help somebody, but she acting like she ain't want no help, so I had to let her figure out. Yeah, keep doing a lot of YouTube shorts, man. It's gonna help you out. Do some long. Hey, how's it going?
Good. It's not letting me check out over there.
Okay.
Bring my card.
All right. Let's see what's going on. All right. So you were trying to pay the 73.47. All right. Okay, we gotta do it this way. All right. So I'm gonna hand you your card. We just gotta do a manual entry. It's just because of the chip, so I'm gonna hand this to you, and then you just do the full card number. It should reach all the way there. Full card number, and then you want to hit the green button right after, and then it should ask you for the expiration, and then the security code. Yeah, and then green button after the security code. All right, sorry about that, man. It's just when it's cold, that machine has problems, you know. Have a good night, all right? Yeah. Well, yeah, guys. Yeah, man. You said have 3 shorts. Yeah, you got to do more long form content. Shorts are good though. Shorts is a good way to build your channel, man. It's kind of like the algorithm in shorts is good, but you know, do more long form content. That's like, you know, let's say you play the game for 10 minutes, bro. Put that up there. Upload that. You know, 7 minutes, 10 minutes. That's gonna help build your channel too. But yeah, I love doing YouTube, man. I should be uploading more. Yeah, hey, 3 subs is good, bro. Everybody starts with 0, so don't think too hard on the subs. You just gotta be consistent. That's like, I know you hear a lot of people. Y'all hear a lot of people say, "Oh, you gotta be consistent. You gotta be consistent." I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, you really gotta be consistent, and being consistent is hard because a lot of the times we need results right away. So when we need results right away, it's a little bit discouraging when we don't get those results. You know, I started out with 0 subs, so now I got like 2,700 or 2,600, and I'm thankful for it. But like I said, that didn't come from me just not uploading. I literally had to upload all the time. I remember the video that took me off. You know, the video that took me off at the time, I might have had 16 subs when I kind of took off. You know, I remember just sitting in the house. I was kind of going through some stressful times. You know, when you going through stressful times, I'm gonna keep it 1,000 with y'all. You really don't want to do much productive, bro. You just want to sit there and think. So my thing was I used to upload shorts every night to this channel. I had a time, bro. Around 12 a.m. to 3:30 a.m., 3 o'clock a.m. That's when I will upload my shorts because I'll be thinking like, all right, everybody's up at night, they on their phones, they gotta see it. So for this specific night though, bro, I didn't feel like doing nothing. I didn't feel like, yep, most views, 1.2K, keep going. They're gonna get higher than that, you know. Next thing you know, you getting 6K, 7K. Shorts is a good way to build the channel. And the reason I say do long form content is because the short form content is quick, bro. It's like only 10 seconds, 20 seconds, under a minute. Once the people come to your channel, you want to have longer content for them to watch. Like, let's say I come to your channel, you got 3 shorts, but they all like 30 seconds. After I watch that shorts, I'm gonna leave and go somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? But let's say you got 5 videos uploaded, 5 long videos. I might go watch one of the long videos. You know what I mean? So that's why I say make sure you add long form content too. But you know, back to what I was saying though, man. I had 16 subs. I remember the video, and I remember I posted it around like 2 o'clock, bro, in the morning. And personally, I didn't even know what the video was gonna do. But at the time, like I said, I wasn't even thinking about being productive. But the fact that I did post the video, despite how I was feeling, is what really got me here right now with the 2,600 subs that you see, bro. So when you hear people say consistency, I know it sounds cliche, but it's true, man. And in being consistent, you learn a lot about yourself. You learn how you handle pressure. You learn that, okay, how not to let your mood affect your productivity. Cause you got to think about the guys that's in war, right? 1 second here. I might have to help this person. 1 second. All right, have a good night. Yeah. So you gotta think about guys that's go to the war, go to the army, the Marines, right? Let's say they get off the phone with one of their family members back home. Is a horrible conversation. Boom. Now they gotta go on like a special ops mission, and they not in the right state of mind. That affects the whole mission. So in being consistent, you kind of get forced to have like a executive type of mind. Executive, like execution. So what do I mean by that? Like some days you're gonna have bad days. Some days it's gonna be fantastic, bro. Regardless if it's good days or bad days, the work has to be done. You know, that's one thing you learn the most about yourself when you're being consistent, because there's been times where, like I said, my mood affected, the amount of work I was supposed to put in, or it was kind of like, what's the word, discouraging me from working, bro. So you can't let your mood affect how much work got to get put in. Regardless how you feel, you got to put in that work, and that's the true meaning of consistent. Not just you upload 5 videos this week, then you chill for 2 weeks because you and this girl got in an argument. You know what I mean? Let's say being a guy who's consistent. Let's say he gonna upload 5 videos this week. He might get into an argument with his girlfriend next week. Bad vibes. He's gonna upload 7 videos. You know what I mean? Like that guy right there. That's the guy that's gonna get to the finish line. But it takes a while to be like that though. You gotta practice. You gotta train yourself, because sometimes our feelings and emotion get the best of us. Like somebody might make you sad, and then you don't even want to do anything. You just want to lay down, watch Netflix. You know what I mean? Even though you had to create 7 posts. You know what I'm saying? Or edit 4 videos. So that's what I learned the most about myself while being consistent. Is like, okay, nothing can affect my output, my production, my work. Regardless if I'm going through like a heartbreak, I gotta literally finish my work or put in the work. Regardless if I'm not going through a heartbreak, it's the same. So everybody that wants to do social media, man, it's not hard. It's just a lot of people are scared. Cause I was scared. I'm just like, man, this is the internet, but the internet is like the world. If you think about what I'm saying, the internet is the world, bro. Because there's no way, shape, or form would you be able to access people in Japan, China, Russia without the internet. So most people can't grasp the fact that they had a world. You got the whole wild world in your hands. You know what I'm saying? And you got to watch movies to kind of get this, bro. The other night I was watching some movie on Netflix called The Startup. And they was talking about, crypto and all this. And then they started talking about something called Gencoin, which is like the upgraded version of crypto. But what I took from this is like, dang, these people, they had the ability to create multiple internets. Now, when I say multiple internet, it's like you, me, and the 3 people watching the live, we are only privileged to this internet. When I say this internet, YouTube, bruh, the server, whatever server YouTube is on. He said, I make drawings. Should I make videos like that? Yeah, you need to make how to draw videos, and then you can either increase the speed of them and slow them down so it's not like a long video. You need to do that. But back to what I was saying, it's called a startup on Netflix. Now, I didn't like it at first because it starts out slow, but then it gets good. So it's basically about how once you learn how to code, you basically can create the internet, bro. Like it's kind of fire, you know? Because everything that you see when you get on the internet is code. It's code literally inserted into the database to create that image. So when you start to think, it's like, dang, okay, there's this internet, right? Boom. There's the dark web. Boom. But what if there are millions of other internet networks that we just ain't been able to access? Y'all get what I'm saying? Like that's how I be thinking, bro. Like one movie like that, because in the movie, in the series, the movie, they had created multiple internet, bro. They got the regular browser where me and you go to YouTube. They had something called, I think it was like Thor, where you could kind of like discreetly buy and sell goods, but it was the internet. And then they had created another different form of the dark web. But it's like, dang, so I'm telling y'all that because they just had to get people on the platform. So whoever created the original internet, bro, found a way to get everyone on there. That's why the internet is lit right now. You get me? I don't really know. Sometimes I'm not the best at like explaining stuff, but I hope y'all following me, man. So right now, understand the internet is where it's at. Not to say don't be present in real life. Make sure you're very present in real life, but make sure you're figuring out ways to get online to kind of either run a business, create your own opportunity, build your community. Because if you're not doing that in the next 4 years, you'll be forced to start because everything will be online. He said, can we make money from videos? Yes. Ernesto Reyes, you definitely can get paid from YouTube, bro. But in order to get paid from YouTube, you have to have 1,000 followers or 1,000 subscribers. And then you need to have 4,000 watch hours. So realistically, you can get all that in one day if God is on your side. Otherwise, sorry, I thought I had a call on the radio for me, but otherwise, it's going to take a little bit of time. Get the 1,000 subscribers. Boom. After you get the 1,000 subscribers, make sure you upload in long form videos, like 10 minutes, 8 minutes, so people can watch the video, and then that's going to go towards the 4,000 watch time. So you can make money on YouTube from videos if the video's getting enough views. Otherwise, you could sell merchandise. Merchandise would be like you come up with your own clothing brand. You create a website for it, order the inventory, and that's it. You put up the link and try to sell the merchandise. So it's a lot of stuff you could do from YouTube, TikTok, Twitch. I know y'all be seeing how much money the Twitch streamers be getting. Boys be getting that bag. You know what I'm saying? Streamers in Twitch or Kick, they getting paid, bro. Because they're like the new celebrities. You know what I'm saying? Streamers, like I said, streamers and dudes that be on Kick and Twitch, the girls looking at them like they the next rappers. They getting a lot of bread. That's why every time you see the streamer, one of them big streamers online, they got them girls, they girls with them. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing about a girl is like, okay, unless a woman really genuinely loves you, bro, don't no woman want to be around no broke guy, bro. There are some who will be with that guy just because they don't want to be alone, but most women, bro, they want you to spend that bag on them. You know what I'm saying? And yeah, you could sell shirts or you could sell your drawings. You could sell anything, man, but merchandise is the key to really making money in general. That's what you do. Like, I buy merchandise. Everyone in the world buys merchandise. Shoes, clothes, hats, gloves, socks. We all buy that stuff. paper towel, water. Like these are all merchandise. So now you figure out, okay, what merchandise can I get 1,000 of or 200 of? Flip that probably 40 times, get my money back, have profit, and that's what's gonna make you millions, right there. So I like that idea, Ernesto, man. Get some merchandise, man. T-shirts, hats, scarves, even your drawings. You could frame up your drawings, your masterpieces, bro. Put them in a frame, and then put like a price on them and take them to like I don't know if y'all be having like a vendor festivals and stuff like that. You take them there, you try to make a killing. Word of mouth is one of the best sales way of selling or communication. You know what I'm saying? Meaning that it was done in person. So everybody can do the same thing, man. Everybody can have merch. You don't need to be a millionaire to have merch. You gotta save up enough bread to get the inventory. Once you get the inventory, you good. My boy said I make movies and podcasts. Yeah, you doing a lot though, Ernesto. You gotta keep going hard, and you only 9 years old. So listen, I'm 30, 33.
Oh, chill, Chris.
By the time you get to 33, you gotta be a millionaire. You heard? Billions by 33, man. You gotta have that. Cause you starting out right now at 9 years old, bro. You know how many YouTubers that's big now that started out at your age? A lot. So that's why it's crazy to see. Is like there's a lot of guys that started out YouTube at your age right now, and they're making millions because they stuck it out. Just like that person stayed. You do gotta understand a lot of other people. They quit, they left. So at the end of the day, Ernesto, man, good luck. I rock with you. Thanks for tuning into the live. Shout out to everybody that liked the live. If you guys like the live, hype the live, comment under the live, let me know some. Until then, I'm gonna give y'all a freestyle for like that, man. Give y'all a little freestyle real quick. Shout out to my man Ernesto. Boys is in the game playing five, but I ain't playing the ref though. Look, baby, she off the walls, nympho. She sound like a kleptomaniac. Hold on. They came and tried to disrupt the true characteristics of mine, but they remain intact. That's from way back, just knowing who I am. Like, man, I don't like when I'm around people that desperately try and be the man. I don't want to tell you all my true intentions. Couple times I got to hide my hand, but not benevolence. Them boys try to say I was fraud. I'm still looking around like, who got the evidence? You know what I'm saying? It's a nice welcome for me, lobbyists, but I ain't moving with the president. I could care less if they love me or not, because in God's eyes, I'm still relevant. You know what I'm saying? And we got to address a couple things in the room. Like, man, why you walk around with the elephant? I'm taking off like the Pelicans. Your boy say he a rapper, but I'm a rapper too. That's one of the artists I can for sure guaranteed I'm better than. And I don't really care about going on SNL. Who cares? David Letterman. Like young boy, I was in high school, really on varsity football, got the jacket. They were like, man, we gotta charge you for the letter, man. I wasn't having it. When I spit bars, it come from the heart. I'm too passionate. Hey, how you doing, sir? I can help you out. You got it?
I think so.
All right.
There you go.
Have a great day.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, man. Benevolence. Wait. Hey, I can help you guys over here if you need some help. You just have to reverse and come to this lane. Yeah, man. I forgot what bars I even left off with. I forgot the bars that I left off with. train the thought. Look, sometimes you gotta pay the fee if you want to have fun. That means remain the cost. Yeah, I've been a worker. I wouldn't say my whole life I've been the boss. Because in order to be a boss, you gotta know how to take some L's. And you gotta be the leader of the team. Like if you see people drowning, you gotta save them because they couldn't save themselves. It's gonna take a lot out of you, or you could just have a regular role. But I ain't gonna lie, I love extravagant things in life. I wouldn't say I'm regular, bro. Just simple way of thinking sometimes. Very relative. Boy, when I get on the mic, it's like I blacked out into a different realm, but I ain't took no sedative. Like, man, your boy came with the he say, she say. I'm trying to find out the direct sort. Like, man, who said this? But you know, everybody gonna cover up the story because they just want validation in life. They don't even love themselves. That's gonna make them feel better when they receiving the glory. Who cares about the glory? Somebody else could have wrote that. You had to be there to figure it out. You know what I'm saying? Or you could be like one of them boys walk around here with a broke back. That's a code right there, metaphor. Follow me or swallow me. That's what I tell your girl. She gotta be A1. And I ain't gonna lie, if you switched up on me, I can't go back to the same guy from day one. You gotta meet a new stranger. I ain't talking about stranger things. I ain't gonna lie, you only got 3 hits with a dame. After that, it just becomes a fling. But you know, as guys, we try and hold on to that moment and make it last forever. I told myself all I need is my OG GOD, and I'ma last forever. Beat the storm. You would have thought I was one of the broadcasters trying to tame the weather, like sowing fish. And once your boy get in the team, let go win this. Your mans was shooting. But I ain't gonna lie, he needed more times in the gym from all the shots he missed. Thinking back then, a young boy, my pop's the only one that ever got me ish. To show me he truly cared. That's really what matters. I told him, man, when I get up, Pops, I'm gonna put us in the rafters. Not even bleachers or the nosebleeds. I'm talking about suite and all that, goat seats. But instead, I went dropping 30 on the course. That was the first plan. Then I had to switch it up, become a businessman. It's still more moves to make on the table, but I ain't giving up at all. I just want y'all to know, when it come to your life, it's a precious thing. Cherish it so you don't go. Because once you leave, you might want to come back here. Who know what it's like on the other side? Or do you even have good intentions and pure intentions that when you lose your life, you're going to go to God? If not, you're going to the evil one. I'm a good guy, but if you really force my hand, I wouldn't say I could show you evil, son. Just reckoning. Couple movements I had to rectify. Like, baby, put the battery in my back, but I ain't gonna lie, she ain't never going off them guys. Reality struck in. Mentally, I'm always hustling. Y'all like the bars? Yeah, slate bars for y'all, man. Slate bars. These is all acapella though, man. If y'all want me freestyle about something, let me know. Drop the title in the chat, man. Drop that title in the chat, bro. But I think somebody said they had to meet me today or something. We had a meeting today. But nah, guys, listen, I love y'all, man. Quick little freestyle to end the live. Personally, he said, yeah, man, but he does not stream anymore. Man, shout out to bro, man. I appreciate you saying I'm like one of your favorite streamers, man. I appreciate that. Ernesto, man, means a lot. You feel me? Hopefully your favorite streamer returns, though. You know, sometimes people get busy with life, you know what I mean? Or forget, you know, who knows? Your man's probably done made enough money on here. He good. He probably just want to take care of his family, man. But, you know, I ain't made that much bread yet, so we running it up. I say we running it up. They said these guys was the one we was facing, but they ain't running with us. Thinking about when I had the sliders. Now I'm trying to catch one on the bus. Bus drive trying to dip. It's like some track and field. Watch me catch up to him real quick. I wasn't even trying to run for real. Had me feeling like, dang, I'm trying to run for a meal. Now I'm trying to run from the cold. It's an ice box where my heart used to go, but I wouldn't say I'm a Mariano. I'm a more YS. Something a little different. You know, I got voices that could move the mountains and all that, but I asked God, what should I say? To the point they able to listen. Just lead me, show me the way. I'm your soldier for a long time. So many people trying to sign to another man and another man in a label. Well, when you ask me, guys, where I signed, that's a forever contract that can't be broken. Most people gonna tell you lies, but in due time, the truth be spoken, or it gets forced out in another way that's kind of like a little bit slight manipulation. But I wouldn't say I'm really behind it. I tell y'all, look, we kings and queens, man. We really your highness. Not like they doing the movies. My man said he don't like the way I say things about his shorty, but it's not defamation, so he couldn't sue me. That was just the truth. Trying to get buried under. I told myself, no more mistakes in life, man. I'm tired of blunders. You know what I'm saying? My man said he's scared of the noise. It sound like thunder. That was more like a big bang. Bow. Sound like somebody let off one of them things. Bow. You would have thought I was 5-year foreign from how I do the bow. Nah, I'm in here low key falling asleep, gang. And I'm trying to keep the bars going for y'all. Hold on, let me help this guy out real quick. Hey, how you doing? Well. All right, guys, have a good night. Hey, how you doing?
Hey, good.
All
I
right.
don't have a ticket.
Okay, so did you guys swipe a card when you came in?
Yeah.
Okay, it was this one, right?
Yep.
All right, 1 second here. All right, it shows you owe 94.32.
9432.
Yeah. All right, 1 second here. You guys have a great night.
Thank you.
Yeah. Back to the freestyle, man. Y'all ain't bored yet or what? Y'all ain't bored with your boy yet? He said, okay, bye. Yeah, man. Nah, I'm at work doing a live for y'all, man. That's why there's no camera showing, but I just had to help a few guests out, man. It's part of my gig, you know, so I gotta be on top of that. But look, I love y'all, man. I'm probably gonna play the game, man. So anybody's watching the live right now, watching me talk, I'm gonna go play the game live right now. So I'm gonna be streaming that to this. Shout out to Ernesto Reyes, man, my boy. Shout out to everybody else that joined the live, man. I love you. I appreciate you, man. Take care of yourself, man. Stay safe. You feel me? Yeah, there.